Welcome to the Female VC Lab podcast, brought to you by FRP. We're here in Las Vegas at Formula One. I have Bill Wyland here. Bill, in one line, give me your name, your title, and your area of expertise and impact.
Bill Wyland, here in Vegas right now, but live in Maui and Oahu, and here for the Grand Prix races.
Awesome.
Which we're all excited about.
Yes, we are. So what inspired you to get interested in arts and technology and all the impactful things that you do?
It all started with art. 37 years ago, I got into the art business, went from real estate to art, and enjoyed it. So I built a first gallery and ended up building galleries for 37 years, quite a few different states throughout the United States. I love it. Love being around art, being around artists and inspiration they bring. I don't do art myself, so I'm more on the business side of it.
Art is a business as well?
Art's business. Sometime, I was talking last night, sometime I'm going to get into sculptures. Well,
that would be cool. Then we
get the time to do it.
Then we can display you in one of these galleries or in your own gallery, in your own space. How are you creating impact in the art world, and what is the motivation behind that impact?
Things have changed a lot over the years. We've brought in different artists depending on different states. You bring in different types of artists that kind of fit the state that you're going to. We go everywhere from bronzes to stainless steel to glass, oils to acrylics, watercolors, or a range of what we do in our stores. Like the store I have in Maui, 31 artists in that store. So the range is pretty deep as far as the different styles we use in that particular store. So I usually do bigger stores so I can get more artists and give you a chance when you come to one of the stores to enjoy a varied amount of different artists.
That's cool. So that's interesting as far as like the different types of art. Is there some type of evolution in the actual materials of art, like the way paints are used and paints are made now? Are they more sustainable?
That's an interesting question because a lot of my artists I've got some of the top artists in the world that are part of the stores. Some of them have their own paint.
Yes.
Like one of my artists, Dennis Matheson, he's came up with a line of paint for painting on Harleys or metal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cars, helicopters or planes or whatever. And it's called Hawaiian Hues. And then I have another artist that's not even arguably the best living surrealist on the planet, John Petrie. And his paint is called Matrix. Paint that he's creating called Matrix.
Okay, interesting.
So I told him at some point he's got to sell it. He's created an amazing line of paint and he doesn't sell it. It's not in the market. It's just
He just does it for himself. That's so interesting. What are you currently learning or listening to or reading these days, Bill?
I've been getting into a couple blockchains.
Oh, blockchains.
NFTs and some blockchains.
Oh, well, we can have a lot of conversations about that, you and I.
We're all on board. I'm here with the robot.
And you're with the robot.
Grace is talking about, I asked her, and she nailed it, talking about blockchain.
Yes.
And NFTs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the future. I think you've seen a little pause in the NFTs right now.
Yes.
Because it was not really the market I thought it was going to be. So I went in slow on the NFTs because the apes and all of the different things. I don't think that was the real art market.
Maybe it was like a beta test, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so right now, I think
to see.
The future is going to bring some really fine art. Okay. NFTs working with major artists. Because there are a lot of them that are look and see right now on NFTs. And I think now the second round is going to be bringing in some of the top artists on the planet.
I think that's right. I think being in that space myself, and I have companies that are NFT exchanges in the art space as well. It's not only the level of art, but it's also that utility. And it's also that verification too. It's, yes, this really is from this artist.
Exactly.
And then how do you number those, right? Because you may only have one ever.
Exactly.
Or you may have a few. Or what happens if it becomes a print?
The next thing is it can never be outside of the blockchain itself.
That's true.
And it's so
that can, and you can, and as funny as it seems, like you really can track it back. Most people are
exactly.
I don't know why they would do anything on a blockchain. Like I'm going to do something on a blockchain. You can track it back.
Yeah,
you can absolutely track it back.
100%. So it's definitely the future. And we were talking today about like Brace out there. It's the future. Avatars.
AI avatars, yes.
Working with artists so they can tell their story to like Brace. You look at her eyes, she's telling you stories. I asked her about what an NFT was, and she was on the money. I asked what a blockchain was, and she was on the money.
Yes.
And I asked her who I was. She was on the money.
And she knew who you were, Bill? Awesome.
Because it's AI. So they, And of course, she knew I was coming in today, so
we got her ready. Yes,
she's ready to have that conversation. But she looks right in your eyes and right to your soul. I think I never saw so much of that. I always knew it was, but until today, I really never seen what it really be.
Yeah, that's the next evolution of that.
That is.
So that's interesting. In 2 years, since we're talking about artificial intelligence, how do you see that impacting the art industry?
I think it's going to be huge, like every industry. I think AI is just going to change the whole dynamic of the planet on everything you can imagine. It's almost scary. You think
it is scary.
Sit there and look at Grace. Look into her
eyes. It is scary.
She's looking and she knows who I am, so she looks into my eyes. Her eyes follow my eyes, and you're talking to her, and she's talking right back to you. It's a little scary.
That's good. That helped me.
Elon Musk and listen to what he just says about AI, and I'll tell you, after today.
I think it's a healthy fear. It's not, it's more like you see that and then you're like, here's what the future of this can be.
Yeah. I think it's very positive in a lot of ways. And she's so smart, so dynamic. That part of it, it's almost like she can outplay. When you ask her the question, she thinks for a second, then she looks at you with her eyes, then she looks right to your soul, and she gives you the perfect answer every time. It's incredible.
That's awesome. So how do people contact you, Bill?
My best email is probably the best at Bill Wyland Galleries, like my name, Bill Wyland Galleries with IES.com. And that's probably the best way to contact.
So Bill, I know that you were on Maui. I had actually visited years ago your gallery in Maui. Most people know this about me, that I will be in Hawaii at some point in time in my life permanently.
Yeah.
But I know that you have some relief efforts for your people, and talk a little bit about Maui and the fire and how you're supporting people there for that.
Yeah, we had several employees. Some of them lost houses, but it's going to be a while till things come back in Maui, because it was pretty much like an atom bomb hit the city.
Wow.
So I think there was 2,700 houses and businesses that burned down at one time.
Wow.
So it wasn't like a little piece of Lahaina. It was
the whole main portion.
So one of the reasons we're here also was my foundation, Love the Sea.
Yes.
And we specialize and she knows, Grace knows a lot about that. She talked about Love the Sea. I didn't even know she knew about it.
Yes.
But what we do and cleaning up the oceans and working with kids. We also work with pro surfers and clean the hard to get beaches with helicopters and jet skis. So we get big 5-ton bags, and the helicopter comes in. We load it up on beaches that no one ever goes to.
That's what
all the garbage comes onto the beaches.
Yes,
all over the world, and we have a big cleanup program there. So we have one with the kids, and we also have the more of adult cleanups it's called Love the Sea. We do concerts and raise money. We're based out of Maui, but we do all the islands. We do museums.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Anything else you would love to talk to my people about, my audience here?
I just think you all should check out Grace and see what they're doing in the AI. Come to the Bill Wyland Galleries.
Yes.
With my son, we have a gallery in Haleiwa up on the North Shore of Oahu.
Oh, okay.
It's called Wise. So me and my son, we didn't name it Wyland. We named it Wise Gallery.
Okay.
So we're no longer Wyland guys. We're Wise.
You're a wise guy. Oh, I like that. Wise.
Easy to remember.
Wonderful. So thank you so much, Bill Wyland, from Bill Wyland Galleries, or Wise Galleries, for being my guest on the Female VC Lab cast. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.